For two friends from New Orleans who had been on the wrong side of the law during Prohibition, the war effort presented an opportunity to make a major contribution. Alonzo Patterson had been a rum runner. Andrew Higgins had smuggled lumber on flat-bottom boats. When the U.S. military needed landing craft for amphibious invasions, Higgins' designs were chosen for their maneuverability in a variety of conditions. General Eisenhower later said that the Higgins boats won the war by getting men ashore at Normandy and throughout the Pacific campaign. Patterson developed his invention to save his own life, but in World War II, it would save thousands.
My dad was raised in the Irish Channel section of New Orleans. Of course, he was Irish. His family was from Ireland. He was a World War I veteran. I think he was a mechanical genius. He could take an engine apart, put it back together, soup it up, whatever. They really referred to him as a gentleman rum runner. He didn't want to fire on any agent or any government property or ship or anything like that. So he decided to develop a smokescreen to hide his operation, to avoid confrontation with the government. He used paint pigment and mineral oil. It could be injected in any engine. The smokescreen would be applied whenever he was someone was in pursuit of him. He used to say, like to paint the sky. He never was caught. And later, he became a custom agent. They actually hired him after Prohibition. Andy Higgins called him and said that he had a mock invasion coming up in Lake Pontchartrain for the United States Big Brass. With his ships, he wanted the smokescreen on them. So that's when he actually put it all together.
These are two new things meeting each other. You have the Higgins boat, brand new thing, these landing crafts, meeting up with this new smoke machine.
What you have is essentially a mix of good engineering and good chemistry. That on the one hand, you have my grandfather, who was absolutely a mechanical genius, without question. And on the other, you have Harold Levy, who worked out some of the chemical details. And so the synthesis of these two creates a very serious invention.
The British and the Dutch were interested in these devices because they were at war, and they could use them right now.
They wanted to buy a secret formula, his expertise, and so forth.
When you're shrouding ships and men and troops and equipment, there's no doubt about it that it's definitely going to save lives.
The moment of truth for my grandfather was absolutely the days that followed Pearl Harbor. When December 7th hit, I think all the thoughts of making money were thrown out the window.
He had no intention to sell it to anyone. He wanted to give it to his country. This is the time that he told the government he was donating it all to them.
To me, they look like a lawnmower, or a handy billy if you want. They'd pull them with a string and a little gasoline motor would take over, and they poured some kind of gas or oil. It smelled like diesel oil. I'm not sure what it was. But it was a very thick smoke, and it was pretty effective. It made you feel safer. We always felt that we can't see them, they can't see us.
Everyone did their own little thing, and he did his little thing. And we think his thing was very important. He saved a lot of lives, and we're proud of him for it.